Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview and Domestic Economic Data Roadmap for the week beginning Monday, the 12th of August, and ending Friday, the 16th, 2019. This is options expiration for August. It's not a triple expiration. It's probably a meaningless expiration in the middle of summer, but we'll see what we get. Here's a look at the dollar index. I'm sorry, here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market futures form. So we had dipped off that 13 sell signal, and then we bounced. I didn't quite make it down to the static trend line, the red line. Bounced off of it a little bit later in the week, but overall it was a negative week a little bit. And we'll look at the intra-week action and see what that gets us. Let's go through the daily charts and see what happens. Crude oil down 33 cents to 54.17 on Friday. Gold down 80 cents, which is still near the highs all time on gold. S&P cash index loses 19.44. So down on Friday. So it was down on down on Monday, down on Tuesday, maybe actually up on Tuesday, Wednesday, up on Thursday, and down on Friday. But the gap down on Monday is what killed the week. Here's the Nasdaq 100 down 78.56. The Stoxx loses 26.92. Biotech's down 15.25. The Russell 2000 loses 19 points. So it's a negative week for the Russell as well. The VIX gains 1.06. It was higher, obviously, earlier in the week on the gap. The trend loses closes at 1.79. That's a high reading. It gives us 1.31 on the moving average, which is the 10-day moving average, the highest reading of the year almost on the trend. The Nasdaq volume 2.2 billion shares on Friday, which was a very low. So the biggest volume days of the week were actually Monday, the down day, and then Wednesday and Thursday. Advanced decline ratio on the Nasdaq negative 986 and 82. More stocks down than up, negative 903 on the New York. Way more stocks down than up. And then looking at that, we've got Google down 17.29, as you can see here. Apple down 1.67. Netflix down 6.97. The Amazon down 25.31, way off the highs. Tesla down 3.29. Nowhere near highs. Facebook down 2.31. Goldman Sachs loses 10 cents. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down 28 cents, and the Dow down 90.75. All right, so it wasn't much of a week from that perspective. Let's look at the intra-week action on the futures. We'll go to 10-minute candles so we can see the whole week. So you look at, we basically, by the way, closed even for the entire week. We gapped down Monday and went lower. We gapped up Tuesday, went both ways, but closed higher. We were in the same range Monday and Tuesday. We gapped down Wednesday, came back, still closed about where we opened on Monday. Gapped up Thursday and pushed up. This filled the gap from Monday morning. Friday was a flat opening and went nowhere and closed about where we started. The NASDAQ side looks about the same. So both of them went nowhere for the whole week, which is really interesting to see. Let's take a look at let's switch this back to 5 minutes. All right. So in terms of economic data coming out this week, here's what we have, and it's fairly limited comparatively. We've got Monday, federal budget balance. Tuesday, NFIB small business index, along with the CPI number. That's a big one. These times are off, by the way, by a little bit. But the CPI is now before the bell. Import-export prices now before the bell on Wednesday, along with mortgage delinquencies, crude oil inventories 30 minutes into the market. Not at 7:30 a.m. It's more like 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. On Thursday, retail sales, Philly Fed, Empire State Manufacturing Index, preliminary non-farm payroll, and the unemployment claims. That's at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Capacity utilization and industrial production is 9:15 a.m. Eastern time. Business inventories, NAHB Housing Market Index, Natty Gas, TIC long-term purchases, and then on Friday, housing starts at building permits now before the bell, and University of Michigan sentiment 30 minutes into the market. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. These all look like Pacific time numbers. They're really Eastern time. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Have a great trading week.